Welcome to Living a Full Life podcast. Join us as we explore health topics that encourage raising healthy children, living a healthy life, and living the best life possible. Now, here's your host.
Welcome to another episode of Living a Full Life. I am Dr. Enrico Dolcecore, and this week we're going to be reviewing an in-depth description of subluxation. We talked about this last week's podcast. If you missed it, don't worry. We're going to go through it again today. If you did listen to it, it's from all the questions that came from it. People were like, listen, I knew this was important, but I didn't know the context of how important subluxations can be in our overall health and how the impact it can have on our central nervous system. They never really connected the dots. We've always looked at misalignments of the spine as being out or vertebra sliding out of place, causing pain. And they do, but the context of it, it comes from a bigger theory that has evolved over 140 years now, that subluxations can interfere with the central nervous system's afferent and efferent pathways. And that's what we're going to dive into today on our topic of subluxation. In the chiropractic theory, it's believed that the central concept is that the body's overall health and ability to heal itself is closely linked to the state of the nervous system. Chiropractors focus on the spine, which encases and protects the spinal cord, a critical component of the nervous system. And according to this theory, misalignments in the spine, known as subluxations, can disrupt the normal functioning of the nervous system, leading to various health issues and decrease in the body's ability to fend off diseases. So we need to understand what these subluxations are. What are they? How do we treat them? How do we prevent them? Of course, prevention is the best medicine, right? And it's defined as partial misalignments or even dislocation, partial dislocations of the vertebra in the spine. These subluxations can avert pressure on nerves that branch from the spinal cord, potentially causing interference with the signals that travel between the brain and the rest of the body. These disruptions can impair the body's ability to regulate and coordinate its functions, leading to health problems. So there you go. That's the definition from the web. It's a definition that most of the profession agrees on. And now we really want to dive into this episode about the impact on health and disease prevention by utilizing this. The dental theory over the last 200 years was that oral health plays a major role on our overall health. And at the very beginning, they were looked at as, quacks or not real doctors. But as we learn more about oral health, we actually connected it to many different diseases, and that keeping oral hygiene clean can prevent a lot of other diseases throughout the body, chronic infections, heart problems, and the list goes on and on. So dentistry has grown quite a bit in its utilization rate. 77% of people utilize dentists all the time. You'd think it'd be 100%, but because of cost, 77% of people utilize dentistry on a regular basis. And chiropractic has slowly slid into the mainstream. Over the last 50 years, chiropractic went from about 5% utilization, meaning about 1 in 20 people would have ever seen a chiropractor maybe once. And we hovered around 11, 12% for decades. We got to 11, in the 90s, in the 2000s. And since 2015, there's been an exponential growth in chiropractic utilization. It's gone from the 12, 13% to some studies showing 33% utilization, meaning 1 in 3 people are utilizing chiropractic care. So we have to look back and think, okay, well, what has happened? Well, finally, over the last 10 years to do this, and really it's been over the last 50 years of this premise saying, wow, chiropractic plays a bigger role than just back pain. And we've shown it. When you look at back pain literature, chiropractic has swamped the literature on that as being the most effective and the most cost-effective way of treating back pain. Therefore, they're on every sports franchise in every sporting event. They have Olympic teams. They were in the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, the NHL. They're everywhere, even in European football. They're everywhere because of this understanding of just back pain and prevention. But now we're on to the second layer of the theory of chiropractic, saying that it has a major impact on disease prevention. So number one is restoring nervous system function by getting adjusted. By adjusting the spine and correcting subluxations, chiropractors aim to restore proper alignment. This is believed to remove the pressure on the affected nerves, allowing the normal flow of nerve impulses. With the nervous system functioning optimally, the body is better equipped to maintain homeostasis, repair tissue, and support overall health. So we've shown this in literature that if we remove subluxations, or if we have a healthy nervous system that's unimpeded by anything, physical, chemical, emotional stresses, whatever it may be, it functions optimally. When it functions optimally, the body functions at homeostasis, which means at a balance between all the things it needs to do. It's not an overproduction of enzyme. It's not an underproduction of enzyme. It's not overstimulated. It's not understimulated. The nerve tone is regular, and it's not over or under. So that is what homeostasis means. And when that is working in balance, we get tissue repair, sleep pattern, and everything functioning optimally. That is the premise. So number 2 is enhancing immune function, which is a direct correlation to the nervous system. The nervous system pretty much harnesses the immune system's abilities. The immune system is actually driven by our gut microbiome and a complex communication between this biome and our brain. But the brain is the one that sends out the white blood cells and the killer T cells and all these things in our immune system response to whatever may be viral, bacterial, or any type of foreign invader. The nervous system plays a crucial role in regulating immune system. When nerve interference is reduced, the immune system can function more effectively. This enhanced immune response helps the body better defend itself against infections and diseases, potentially reducing the likelihood of illness. Pretty cool stuff. Number 3, why we should be getting adjusted regularly. Improving organ function. So when we have, the most common things are headaches and back pain in the chiropractic office. When people have chronic back pain and it is nerve related, the adjustments help them quite quickly. They start to feel better immediately. And a good chiropractor will teach their patient that these nerves that are supplying the muscles in the low back, the nerves in the legs, wherever the pain is being radiating to or traveling to, is where they're feeling the nerve impingement or the nerve interference. So feeling is a great indicator of something not working right. Pain can really drive us to take action. But those same nerves also supply sensory and organ. So the organs we don't feel. We may not feel pain in our fallopian tube. We may not feel pain in our ureter. We may not feel pain in our, pelvic floor organs. We may not feel pain in the fascia between our liver and our stomach. We may not feel pain there because of the sensory nerves not being robust like it is in our skin and our derma. So the same nerves supply those organs as well. So just because we have back pain and sciatica, we may also have a poor functioning intestinal portion not working well, wherever that branch of nerves goes to. So there's a bigger scope to our nervous system that is not just a one-way highway. It has multiple highways supplying multiple things. The L5 nerve root supplies a lot of things. The L3 nerve root supplies a lot of things. The C1 nerve root supplies many, many things. So by getting the pain under control and getting the nerves functioning better for reducing pain, they also get an improvement in their organ function. We see this all the time. We see cholesterol going down, blood sugars being normalized, enzyme production going up, inflammatory markers going down, literal organ pain getting better. Some people think they have a kidney infection or a gallbladder attack and they get adjusted and they feel better. It's because it wasn't actually a gallbladder. Number 4 is promoting self-healing. One of the foundational beliefs in chiropractic care is that the body has an innate ability to heal itself. Subluxations are seen as obstacles to the self-healing process. By removing these obstacles through spinal adjustments, chiropractors believe that they can facilitate the body's natural healing mechanisms, leading to recovery from ailments and enhanced resilience against future issues. Yes, we do. And that is why chiropractic care is a lifelong thing. Just like your dental care, your optometry care, chiropractic care is an ongoing thing. Chiropractic care actually has a better overall outcome with consistent utilization over time. Those people are healthier. They function better. And long-term studies have shown this rather than acute care. Acute care means something that has just happened, that has just hurt. Maybe it's low back pain, or maybe it's a disc injury, or maybe it's sciatica. There's multiple things we can do for that. We can rest. We can go to a physical therapist. We can go to a chiropractor. We can go to an acupuncturist. We can go to a massage therapist. We can do heat therapy. We can do cold therapy. We can do cold laser therapy. There's many effective tools to help with acute pain that are all just as effective. And within a week or two, you'll have the same outcomes as going to a chiropractor. Where the research is heavily favored in chiropractic is the long-term utilization. People utilizing chiropractic long-term are on less prescription drugs, have less chronic disease. And the studies haven't shown longevity yet as a number showing that people live longer, but I sure do have a lot of 90-year-olds driving to my office on their own getting adjusted. My medical partners do not have 90-year-olds driving to their office, taking care of themselves. So it just shows for itself. And number 5 is preventative healthcare. As I just said, it is best utilized as getting regularly adjusted to promote and not just treat existing conditions, but as a preventative measure. By maintaining spinal alignment and nervous system health, individuals may experience fewer health problems over time. This proactive approach is thought to help prevent the onset of disease by keeping the body system functionally optimally. So this theory is not really a theory. It's actually been practiced in real life for over 135 years. And in my office, I joke a lot. Chiropractic is the one modality that I can see in our society that hasn't changed at all since 1895. It is the exact same delivery of healthcare since it was then. Yes, the tools have changed. The tables are nicer. The upholstery is nicer. The chiropractic offices are nicer. And technique has evolved and changed with clickers and guns and devices to make it easier for the patient. The tables drop, they're cushioned, they do all these cool things. But just like how we used to adjust on a piece of 2x4 or plywood back in 1895, it is the exact same thing. Chiropractic means done by hand, and it is still up to today done by hand. And it hasn't really deviated much since then. Why? Because when something works, you don't have to change it. And that is what chiropractic has done. So it's been very cool to watch it in my career, but to encourage people to utilize chiropractic regularly. Should your kids get adjusted? Absolutely. Regularly. Now, what does regularly mean? Regularly can be anything. It's a frequency. It's considered a frequency. It's like exercising regularly. For me, I exercise 5-6 days a week. That's regular for me. That's been over a year. That's what I do. But that's not regular for someone else who exercises and has the same fitness level as me. They may exercise twice a week or 3 times a week or once a week. Who knows? Frequency is what you train your body to exercise or to be. So if you do something every single day, like your job, you're training your body into that posture, into that stress response of that job. And if you work 40 hours a week, man, that's a lot of training that you train your body into. Exercise might be 5 hours a week, 3 hours a week, 2 hours a week, 1 hour a week, whatever it may be. You're using 1 hour a week to train your body that way physically. So same thing when it comes to chiropractic. There is no right number. In upper cervical that I do, people can hold 1, 2, 3 months. I might see them every 3 months. And other, for full on wellness with the families, I may see them every week. It all depends on the frequency that works for the families to come on in. If you're solo, you can make any frequency you want. Your body will get used to that frequency and it will only be good. The rule is keep that frequency consistent. So if you choose twice a month, stay twice a month for the rest of your life. That's how it's going to be. And I think the big role that chiropractors play in longevity and total long lifetime healthcare is that you get to talk to your chiropractor weekly or every 2 weeks or every month. You don't get this in any other healthcare out there. There's no one that's wanting to talk to you every month, but we do. We love talking to you every week. We absolutely love it. And that's different. And we're doctors. So yes, you get to tell us about those things. And there's patient confidentiality. You can tell us about those things. And it's our job to decipher and guide you in the right direction. If there is a medical condition or something that we need, we have to refer you to the right people. And that's the beauty of it. That's what healthcare is all about. And sometimes with our networks, we can get you in for imaging right away. We can get you out to an ultrasound right away. We can get you into our network providers right away. We can get you into an MD, a neurologist, orthopedist, because of our connections that we built in the community. So having a chiropractor part of your healthcare team is, I think, one of those smartest things you can do. Share this episode with somebody who needs to hear this. I know you've thought of somebody. That's why I did it. Share it. maybe it inspires them a little bit to look into chiropractic. And these days with the internet and Google reviews and WebMD and all these things, you can research chiropractors local to you with great reviews. That's the one to go to. If you're in the Tampa area, we're here for you. But anywhere else, do a little bit of research, find someone with great reviews, give them a call and experience what chiropractic can do for you. It will literally change your life. That's what we do. We change lives every single day. And if you have questions, keep them coming. This is how you inspire me to do these. Have a great week. Stay well, stay healthy, and take care.
Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Living a Full Life podcast. If you're enjoying the show, please feel free to rate, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. That helps others find the show, and we greatly appreciate it. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next episode.